Manet, Monet, Renoir, Seurat, Van Gogh, Cézanne, Matisse, Rousseau, Picasso, and Horace Pippin. These are just some of the artists whose works are included in one of America's most celebrated art collection. The Barnes Foundation in Philadelphia holds the most exquisite and astonishing art collection in the USA. It reflects the appreciation of art and the dedication of a chemist, educator, and entrepreneur whose enthusiasm for art and artists built one of the world's greatest collection of fine art. Dr. Albert C. Barnes was America's first and greatest patron of the arts. He had brought an art collection to life because he was inspired to promote the appreciation of the art. Collecting more and more works of art from often unknown European artists, Barnes believed that art had a place in American society. Although many artists and art lovers today may not know who Barnes was, they owe him a debt of gratitude. Barnes believed that art could inspire not just the rich, but everyone, and one of his goals in life was to bring this inspiration to his fellow Americans. Born in Philadelphia in 1872, Albert Coombs Barnes grew up in a working-class family raised by his caring and devoted mother, but also lived in a tough and unstable neighborhood. At a young age, he was taught to box and to use words usefully as a defense. He attended West Point Central High School in Philadelphia, an all-male school, in 1911, where he was to meet future artist William Glackens. The two developed a close, trusted, lifelong friendship. In 1892, Barnes earned a medical degree from the University of Pennsylvania, but he decided not to study medicine. Instead, he traveled to Germany in the summer of 1893 to study chemistry at the University of Berlin. Returning in 1894 to work in clinical medicine and physiology, he also became interested in psychology and philosophy. In 1901, Dr. Barnes married Laura Leggett, but the couple had no children. A year later, in 1902, Barnes and Hermann Hill, a German chemist he had met at the University of Berlin, invented Argyrol, a silver compound that was used to prevent the blindness of newborn infants and used for wounded soldiers on the battlefield. Argyrol made the pair rich, and Barnes soon found himself a very wealthy man. Dr. Barnes later bought out his partner and instituted the A.C. Barnes Company. Unlike many wealthy of his day, Barnes wasn't the kind of man that enjoyed lavish parties and high living. Instead, he preferred to spend his time and money on more lasting things like art. Instead, Barnes began thinking about the principles of the art world and how others would learn and look upon art. He wanted people to look closely, curiously at it, as it was a certain way of life. So he decided to send his past high school friend, William Glackens, to Paris with $20,000, a lot of money during the time, to purchase some good, modern paintings. Living with and studying good paintings offers greater interest, variety, and satisfaction than any other pleasure known to man. Dr. Albert C. Barnes. Barnes kept only 20 out of the 33 paintings Glackens shipped, famous pieces including Vincent van Gogh's The Postman, 1889, and Pablo Picasso's Women Holding a Cigarette, 1901. After examining and studying the paintings, Barnes even started an educational program with his company's workforce. His employees took time from their work schedule every day to learn about art and to discuss art theory. Barnes traveled to Paris in 1912, where he started buying more and more art. Barnes sold his company a few months before the 1929 stock market crash that started the Great Depression, so he could spend his time focusing on his art collection and educational activities. Barnes himself went back to school to Columbia University to study philosophy under John Dewey, the father of American public education. This resulted into a long-lasting friendship and partnership. Both of their theories developed into an ambitious, life-changing educational institute. Both Barnes and Dewey expressed and wanted others to see art paintings as light, line, color, and space. With Dewey's encouragement, Barnes established the Barnes Foundation in 1922 with the purpose of promoting the advancement of education and the appreciation of the fine arts. Dr. Barnes died in a car accident in 1951 in Phoenixville, Pennsylvania, but this complex character's legacy lives to this day. On October 8, 2012, I was given the opportunity to experience Barnes' collection in person and was truly amazed by all paintings. His whole idea was to set up his art collection in an art gallery so he'd let people explore the wonders of this fine art and also let them know that art is all around us, and if you see and examine art, you'll learn more about the world, a turning point in history. Barnes hoped that his foundation would provide a meaningful inspiration to everyone that saw it. Barnes proudly once said, "All we hope to do at the foundation is to help people learn to see not only pictures, but every other object and situation in life." Albert Barnes' letter to Edward Rothman, September 27, 1943. Located in Philadelphia on the Benjamin Franklin Parkway, the Barnes Foundation brings thousands of people every year to see one of the most amazing collections of art in the United States. Barnes filled his museum with post-impressionist and modern art and other works that inspired him. A divine masterpiece, everyone who visits Dr. Albert C. Barnes' collection